Hello and welcome to this training tutorial for Martin LLP provided by Axiom Technology Group. The purpose of today's training tutorial is to explain the terminal services remote access and how it can help you day to day in performing your duties at Martin LLP, and also how to set up desktop icons on your machines at remote locations as well as in travel systems such as laptops and whatnot, so you can access Martin LLP company resources while you're traveling. So at the highest level, I want to talk about the purpose of remote access. So remote access is the ability to remote into the Martin terminal server that is located in the corporate headquarters to gain access to your corporate email, your critical applications, PC law, other applications like that, so that you can perform work as if you were in the office. You also benefit from gaining a full Outlook experience for email rather than using the Outlook web access. So there's a lot of benefits in there as well in terms of how you can utilize your email functionality. There's two main reasons why you would use this system. The primary one is for remote access. When you're outside of the office and you need to gain access to company resources, you can use the terminal server. That'll give you access to the files that are saved on the network as well as all of the applications. The other key reason is if your primary computer in the office is disabled for any reason or is being if it's undergoing maintenance or if the IT staff is working to repair something, you can use one of the loaner machines that Martin LLP has. You can contact, I'll put the information below on what the contact information is for how to gain access to one of those loaner machines. There it is. And what you can do there is you can use one of those loaner machines and terminal into the terminal server when you're actually still in the office. What that's going to mean is you're not going to have to take that loaner machine and set up all of your presets and settings. What's beautiful about the terminal server is if you set up one profile and you test it once, no matter what computer you use for remote access, it's always going to be the same. So the key here is to follow these steps, get your remote access functioning and working so that in the event of a snowstorm or you're not able to make it into the office, or if your machine is compromised, everything's already set up and you don't have to wait for the IT support staff to set this up for you. So today we're going to start with showing you how to set up your desktop icons and how to gain access to the terminal. Okay, so this video is specifically for how to set up the remote desktop connection on a Macintosh computer. If you are trying to set up remote desktop connection on a Windows computer, there's a separate video for that, and we'll put that in the link description below. Okay, so let's get started. First thing is, unlike with a PC, with a Mac you have to install a piece of software which is called the RDC installer, which is short for Remote Desktop Connection Installer. This piece of software can be downloaded also from a link below. I'll put the link in the description, as well as there's a download link, a direct download link in the description to this video below where you can download it. Here's what the package looks like. It's a standard installation. If you click on that, you'll be prompted here for the installation. It's a Microsoft installation package. If for some reason this package gives you a security prompt and tells you that it's not a verifiable package, that sometimes happens with Macintosh computers, you'll want to go up here to your Apple icon to System Preferences, and then you can type in Security Settings here, or click that Security and Privacy. I usually just type in Security, it's quicker. And then down here, you'll want to click on this lock button. You'll have to type in your local login administrative password to gain access to this section, and say Allow App Download from Anywhere. This will allow you to install applications that you download from the link below. You can switch this back as soon as the installation is done. We actually recommend you do switch that back when the installation is done to avoid any spyware or malware getting onto your system. Assuming that is all set, you can, once that's done, go ahead and double click on this and rerun the installer and you'll be back to here. This takes a few seconds to get through. You can hit continue, continue, continue and go through and you're all set. Okay, so now that we have the remote desktop connection software installed, we're going to open that up. So if we go up here and type in remote in the Finder window here, it should come up here, remote desktop connection. Once you open it, you should probably see right here these remote desktop connection windows open. I've got a couple open because I've got multiple terminals open, but you should see one there. That's what it looks like for people that are more familiar with using this tray. Once this is open here, we're going to type in terminal.martinllp.net. That's the address to the terminal. And then we're going to go File, Save As, and then we're going to select the desktop. And we're going to type in Martin Terminal Login or Martin Terminal Server, whatever you prefer for a desktop shortcut name that you can remember. I'm going to replace mine because I've got one there already. And then once that's done, we're going to go File, Edit a Connection. And we're going to go to the desktop and select that same Martin Terminal icon. That's going to bring up this screen. Now when we're in this screen, there's a couple ways we can do this. We'll do it the most simple way. So your username is going to be your first initial and your last name. That's your standard username. Your password is going to be the same password that you use to log into your computer at work and the password you use to log into your email. The domain name is Martin Chiaffi, spelled just like that. Then on the display, you could go with full screen. You can do a windowed size. There's a bunch of different sizes here. I do not recommend you go below 1024 by 768. It's going to be very difficult to work with a screen that small. Most people are going to just use full screen. It's going to be easy. But some people prefer a windowed screen so you can still access the stuff that's on your local computer in the background. But for this tutorial, we're going to use full screen. And pretty much all the other settings you can leave alone. If you have any specific setup or anything that you need done, you can contact Axiom support. And that information is down below. All right, and we're going to X out of this. And then we're going to do a X out of this. It should ask to save, and we're going to say save. All right, so now when we open up this terminal again, it's going to pop up with that information that we just put in. So I'm going to connect to the terminal using my credentials. You're going to use yours. And what you should get is this indicator saying the certificate is incorrect. That does not mean anything. That is simply associated with how the SSL certificate is licensed, and it is an SSL certificate. So you can just hit connect on that. Once you log into the terminal, this is what you're going to see. You can open up all of your applications and programs like you would just in the office. You've got your Outlook here, your PC Law, World Docs, etc. Again, I strongly encourage you to log into this terminal server and test these applications. Again, we cannot log in and test these applications for you. From a security risk perspective, your IT department cannot have the password to access your specific login credentials. So you need to contact support, and if you have any issues, we can work with you to resolve them, but we cannot log in as you without you unless you give us your password and then change it afterwards once things are resolved. So once you're in, you really want to make sure that after you're done with the system, you log off of the system. The button is right here. The reason why the system doesn't necessarily automatically log you off immediately is because if you're working with a cellular connection or an unstable internet connection, I mean, I connect to a terminal server when I'm on an airplane with remote connection quite a bit, so that's pretty much the definition of an unstable connection. You want to be able to log back into the terminal, and anything you've been working on won't have disappeared. So if you simply X out of this session here and just say, file quit, it's not going to log you out. It's going to leave the session open with all of your documents open or whatever else you've left open, and it's going to take the resources from all of the other Martin employees and make the terminal run slow. So when you're done with your work and you're ready to wrap up, make sure that you click this log off button. That will make it faster for everybody. Once it logs off, it will ask you if you want to save your terminal RDP icon here one last time. You can click save, and that's it. You have a icon here that will get you in every single time. All you got to do is type your password there and log in again. Thanks for watching this training video, and again, you've got the contact information for the Axiom support desk if you have any questions or you need assistance getting any set up or logged into the terminal. Thanks for watching.